And the Lafayette Master Chorale tonight presented Joseph Haydn's The Creation at St. Mary's Cathedral in downtown Lafayette. It began at 7:30 p.m., so it did miss the rain. The concert is dedicated to the memory of Nola Gentry. In opening remarks before the performance, Gentry was described as a lover of musical performance. She also served as Tippecanoe County Commissioner before her death. And 58 trees have been planted along Park Avenue in Lafayette today in honor of Arbor Day. Lafayette has made a commitment to plant 1,000 trees in the next 5 years. Lafayette Mayor Tony Rosworski says that amounts to about 250 trees a year. Tree Lafayette organized the event today with volunteers from community and Purdue University. The event began bright and early at 8:30 a.m. Lafayette has already earned the title of Tree City USA, and now it has gone global as a Tree City of the world.
But we are always looking for volunteers if people want to volunteer, but this is part of what being a community is all about.
Rosworski says events like this help with Lafayette's most recent climate action plan from late 2022. And a Mishawaka school is raising money in a unique way this year. Biger Elementary in Mishawaka had their first ever Duct Tape the Principal fundraiser this week. Yes, you heard that right. Teachers and students got the chance to tape their principal to the gym's wall. Look at that. How interesting. The school sold strips of duct tape for $1 or 6 strips for $5, and school staff took all the strips of tape and left their principal hanging, literally. The principal says it was worth it to help raise money for the students.
Biger Elementary School is a fantastic school full of wonderful students and amazing staff, and we also have a great Mishawaka parent group. And I'm so thankful that we have all these people surrounding us and making these wonderful things happen.
There were more than 1,100 pieces of tape purchased, with the fundraiser collecting more than $1,000. The money raised will go towards making events possible for the kids like Field Day and Trunk or Treat. And one Indiana couple is volunteering across state lines. 2 retirees are using their time to help tornado victims in Arkansas. Ashley Goodwin introduces us to these Good Samaritans.
So what do we have?
Okay, so you got the smoky grilled chicken breast.
Julie and Butch Bauer have been married for 57 years, now in retirement, but not ready to slow down.
See you later.
They are volunteers for the Red Cross. They've come all the way from Indiana to help with relief efforts after the tornado.
Well, we're just here to give hope, and we understand what they're going through as best as we can.
They've been in Arkansas for a week now, helping distribute meals to those in need.
You can serve the rolls, maybe, and we have Cambros full of a meat of some sort, a couple vegetables, rolls, and utensils. And we box those all up.
It's something these two have been doing a while, helping those who need it most, with no plans of stopping anytime soon.
Sometimes you get tears in your eyes. You see people that are really struggling. I'm sorry.
Okay. And you help them?
Yes. I think making them feel better.
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin.
And coming up, folks, the clock is ticking for Americans in Sudan. Ramy Inocencio is there with details about evacuation efforts when we come back. And a full breakdown of the 10-day forecast from Storm Team 18 Chief Meteorologist Chad Evans is also coming up. The rain is on its way. What's in store for the rest of the week in just a couple of minutes.
Wow.
Christina asks her, like,
Hi,
what
Gabe.
happened? And she goes, oh, I don't know, I thought I was stopping.
Oh. Welcome back. It's time for sports. Is that what you needed?
Right, like, you thought you were stopping, and you hit us full speed?
You're watching News 18 Weekend Report. WLFI Lafayette. News from where you live.
Welcome back. Tonight, the U.S. government is warning thousands of Americans who live in the war-torn country of Sudan that time is running out to exit safely. Several hundred Americans are already on the move, traveling 500 miles by bus from the capital Khartoum to the port of Sudan. From there, they will be taken by boat to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. CBS's Remy Inocencio is there.
CBS News can confirm that those Americans fleeing Sudan boarded a convoy of 18 buses on Friday, then drove about 12 hours towards the eastern coast, all the while protected by what's called top cover, likely implying that they were protected by U.S. military drones. From there, they will then sail another 12 hours across the Red Sea to where we are here in Jeddah. This morning, we watched a ship pull into the naval port with nearly 2,000 evacuees from Sudan. That carried a mix of UN and humanitarian workers, a mix of nationalities, as well as Sudanese citizens. And they are all fleeing because Sudan's military and its strongest paramilitary force, the RSF, or Rapid Support Forces, are now in full-blown conflict, fighting each other, trying to protect their own base of power. And Sudan's civil society is now breaking down with access to food, water, hospitals, and the internet all crumbling. That ship carrying those Americans is expected to land here tomorrow.
And now, your Storm Team 18 forecast. Weather from where you live.
All right, there's that little wave of rain coming in tonight. Now you look at that and you say, Chad, there's red all over it. My goodness, this is severe weather. The radar beam is actually hitting some pretty big raindrops in this, so it's reflecting back pretty strongly. So when it rains with this kind of echo, we call it bright banding, you can usually hear it. I mean, these are pretty big drops coming down. It's not pouring, but these are just big drops hitting your roof and hitting your car top, your car windshield. Other times, it is actually the radar beam hitting giant snowflakes, or some graupel or some ice in the cloud. In this case, it's just some really big drops, but it's all moving eastward, so we've got a little rain to get through for a while. Here over the next few hours, we got some rain in Warren County, moving into Fountain County. This is all kind of working eastward. You've seen the rain right there, moderate rain in Warren County, moving right into Fountain County. It's going to keep spreading eastward, but then that pulls away and it clears out some tonight, and we drop to 42. So some sun tomorrow morning with clouds. But then a scattering of some showers and thunder showers develop and pivot in, and then perhaps a little bit more widespread shower action later on in the day. But you will notice the high tomorrow is around noon, and then it kind of levels off and falls a little bit. And when you've got winds gusting 30 to 40 with 50 degrees in the middle of the afternoon, one day from the 1st of May, that's pretty darn chilly. 48 to 56 for highs northwest to southeast tomorrow. Now on Monday, it's cooler still. It's just a scattering of showers all day. And the whole day is going to be gray, except maybe a few breaks in the clouds in our southwestern counties. But look at those highs. I mean, 48 for the high. Look at the wind. Very strong winds out of the west-northwest, gusting 38 to 47. So kind of an awful Monday. Just chilly, a lot of wind, and the showers falling. There's the rain coming in tonight. This is 1:30. There it is at 3:30. Jets out. There's your sun tomorrow morning. There are a few showers and thunder showers developing midday to early tomorrow afternoon, and then pretty widespread shower action mid to late afternoon and into tomorrow evening. Then a few more showers on Monday, off and on through the day. This is Monday morning. This is Monday afternoon. And then finally things start to relax on Tuesday. Still kind of gray Tuesday, with a couple spits of showers, but nothing big, and still quite a bit of cloudiness even on Wednesday. We may get a brief little weak disturbance that comes through Friday with a shower or two. Otherwise, after this rain that we're going to add on to what we've already had, it's a pretty dry weather pattern. Another perhaps 1/3 to maybe 6/10 of an inch of rain from whatever we get tonight to whatever we get tomorrow and Monday. 52 Tuesday, that's it. After the 48 on Monday, 58 on Wednesday. Hey, a 68 Thursday, some frost in the morning, and then we're in the 60s right to Saturday. And next weekend, we're in the 60s, and that following week, we start the week in the 60s as well. If you want 80s, they're about 3 days beyond the 10-day outlook.
Coming up next in sports, which Purdue football players will be playing at the next level? Stick around to find out which Boilermakers heard their name get called at the NFL Draft.
And now, sports scores and highlights. News 18. Sports from where you live.
Welcome back. It's time for sports. Today, the NFL Draft wrapped up with rounds 4 through 7. We've been waiting to hear a Boilermaker's name get called, and today we got just that. The first Purdue guy drafted was Charlie Jones. Round 4, pick 131, the Cincinnati Bengals decided to give Joe Burrow another weapon by selecting Chuck Sizzle. Just 4 picks later in the 4th round, Aiden O'Connell heard his name called. The Las Vegas Raiders traded up to grab the quarterback at pick 135. O'Connell is the highest drafted Purdue QB since Kyle Orton in 2005. In the 5th round, the Tampa Bay Bucks took tight end Payne Durham. And in the 7th round, Pittsburgh picked up Corey Trice, and the 49ers chose Jalen Graham. Those were the 5 selected in the draft, but afterwards, the Chiefs signed Reese Taylor as an undrafted free agent. Now, one of my favorite parts is watching the players' reactions to being drafted, so check this out. Charlie Jones's younger brother shared this video of his big bro getting the big call.
Fire it up, let's go. Alright, sounds good, thank you. Cheers. Bangers.
What an awesome moment for the Boilermaker and his family. It's a big night in Purdue women's basketball too. Former Boiler Katie Douglas was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame tonight. Douglas was a 4-year starter for the Boilermakers and the only 2-time first-team All-American in program history. She was on the 1999 National Championship team and reached the 2001 National Championship. Earlier this month, she was named associate head coach for Purdue under Katie Geralds. And her former head coach on that national title team, Carolyn Peck, is also being honored tonight. Peck was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. She led Purdue to a program best 34-1 record and Big Ten regular season and tournament titles. Peck is the third former Boilermaker coach to be enshrined in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame.